Good morning, my friends, and welcome back. So, it happened. Something that I was talking about for about 7, 8 days finally happened. And what I'm talking about is putting Putin in the same sentence with Hitler and calling Putin, President Vladimir Putin, Hitler number two by the mass media. So I will go back and more precisely uh, on the 24th of February 2022, I posted a video um, titled, just the beginning, Germany Without Gas. And in that video, let me just proper, in that video, I stated that I mentioned an article which is, it was titled, Our Only Together We Can Defeat Putin's Plans for Global Autocracy. And this was published in Fortune, and it was published on the 24th of 2022 by Volodymyr Groisman. And this was the first time when they mentioned they make Putin and or Russia and Germany in the Second World War. You know, they draw them together, a comparison, but you know, so then Putin. So then I spoke the first time regarding how the mass media works regarding this subject, and I was saying that the mass media starts with small steps. They don't want to scare us, the 13-year-old population, the readers, the audience. So they start with a little claim. This is the goal. The final goal is to really call this person that person. Draw the parallelism between them. So they will not call it straight there because even a 13-year-old brain, right? That's how they consider us to be, will wake up and maybe have some questions. So it's going to be harder for them to give some explanation. They waste time and money. So they start slow. They start slowly. And first they say, oh, something like this might have happened, blah, 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 like a hint. Then the second time they use the same the names, the final, you know, comparisons or whatever they want to reach their goal. They hint it a little bit. They put it in the same sentence but far away. And then a little step further, they put him in the same sentence but with a question mark, like we're not certain. They prepare they prepare your brain to accept their little steps. And then finally when they get there and they say, well, this person is just like this one, your brain, your memory was already prepared. It was already, you were already groomed to accept the final conclusion, but they didn't provide it to you straight there. They provided to you little by little, like they gave us the mask things and in the corona thing. The same thing. Little by little, they limited this, they did this, and then you got to the final point. And if you look back and say, how in the hell I got here? Well, because they were used small steps, not big steps, small, and they got you here. Just remember where it started, for instance, with corona, and when finally what you were not allowed to do. If they would have come from the very beginning and said you can't do that, then it would be like, oh, wait a second, I'm in the land of the free and land of the brave and all that violin play, like, oh my God, no. So the same thing with this. So finally, they got from using the Second World War analogy between to make a comparison and draw them near the Ukraine conflict and the Second World War, and Putin and Hitler. Now they just did it. So I'm going to mention how I mentioned this in the 24th. The first time when I said, when it was a title, only together we can defend Putin's plans for global autocracy. This was the first one that I observed, I read. All right, and then I posted on the 25th of February a video its title started Meghan Markle's husband, and it's I was talking about an article coming from Miami Herald by Leonard Pitt Jr., February 25th, 2022, with the title "Our Leaders' Contempt for the Truth Have Led Us into War." In there, they start putting together Putin and Hitler. All right, and then on the 1st of March 2022, I posted a video which starts with this: Mexico is not our friend, and you have an art. I was discussing an article coming from the Dispatch. I think it's Columbus. Yes, the Columbus Dispatch by Randall Condra, February 28th, 2022, and the title is "If You Want It, Take It: and Other Dictator Lessons Putin Learned from Hitler." That's where they put him right in the same sentence, close to they're the same. And finally, we got to today, which is the 5th of March, and I read this article from the Holland Sentinel by Paul Fee de la Prines, March 5th, 2022, and it says, Paul de la Prines, and I'm quoting now, Vladimir Putin, Hitler number 2, or Bismarck number 2. So I was not aware that Bismarck was I never heard this. Bismarck was never in the cards and of mass media, but it seems like everything now, they try to make it about these guys. So I heard, so it took me from the 24th of February until the 5th. So I said, well, in 5 days they will come from the little thing to their goal. Well, I was actually off because they would give us what, 5 days plus what, 4 days, 9 days. So I was off about 4 days, right? But nevertheless, my bad. So what I'm trying to say with this is how the media works. And you know what's curious? That Hitler is like he's alive. Here in United States, Hitler is still alive. They tell us about Hitler and make comparisons between this and that all the time. That guy cannot rest wherever he is. The Second World War is kept in the memory of this country. Curiously, like it ended yesterday. Yesterday. It's not like it ended what, 70 years ago or so. So that's very strange. Just pay attention. References to Hitler, Second World War, Nazis are still alive. And besides, there could be many other criminals that you can, mention and, make analogies and so on. But no, these guys and this situation is like the biggest. Just imagine, for instance, why Mao or Stalin is not really used when these guys had bigger crimes than Adolf, bigger crimes. I mean, the communist system had at least 100 million people dead, at least, without necessary war, without war, just killing their own people and other people in the process, in the countries and so on, in their countries. And this guy, I'm not trying to defend anybody here. I'm just saying that it's just a focused on this guy for some reasons. Well, you have to look for those reasons. I know the reasons, but you got to look into those reasons because I can't tell you the reasons over YouTube. Okay, we can't do that. Free speech is goes as far as they allow us to go, and they are the people who give us these analogies all the time. Now, another thing that I want to point out is that uh, the Hitler analogy and Hitler, comparison. Uh, I heard it each and every time when United States got into a um, scuffle, invasion, bombardment, attack, killing of another nation, population, or country. So I heard it about First time when I heard it about it was the guys from September 11. No, it was actually Slobodan Milosevic. It was the Yugoslavia invasion and bombardment illegal by NATO, but who cares? And they made a country over there. Who cares? It's not recognized by all, but who cares? Based on ethnic, you know, ethnic reasons, but who cares? So then at Yugoslavia, the Slobodan was called Hitler. Then you got Bin Laden called Hitler. And then you got Saddam Hussein Hitler. Then you got the Taliban Hitler. And you got uh, Gaddafi Hitler. And then you got Assad from Syria Hitler. So this always gonna be like this, and they always use the same small step tactic way of doing things. So just pay attention next time when United States doesn't like, let's say, they don't like Macron because Macron or whoever, who's the good guy now considered. If he's doing something that gets out of line, you're gonna see this process if he goes, to a certain extent. Or if United States have to bomb a country, oh, I forgot about excuse me, the guy from North Korea, Kim Jim Un or something like that. The same. He's totally Hitler. So they will not look into other criminals in our history or their history. They always point our history. They don't point their history to find a criminal and say, okay, no, this is like, I don't know, Genghis Khan, or no, this is like, I don't know, let's say Moses. This is like Moses from the Bible. I'm talking about, and other. And if you wonder why I used Moses, just read the Torah. Just read the black on white your little book over there, and you're gonna find uh, I may say, no, I don't know if I should say it here, but nevertheless, wiping cities, killing everybody in that city, getting the girls, the virgins, for I wonder why, to build houses. I guess no, you can figure it out for what. So kill everybody else, but keep the virgin girls only. So for something, and then that guy's never mentioned. For instance, Moses. Just look at Moses. Moses is even painted in the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court. If you go over there inside, he's big. It's a painting, a mural with Moses, like he gave us the laws from God and so on. But that's half of the story. The other half, just check my books online. And I'm not trying to advertise that, but I can tell you like this because YouTube is going to I don't know, arrest me. So just I wanted to tell you about we reached the point, we got the goal, and then we're gonna keep it there now. We're gonna be like a accelerated. It's 7,000 RPM right now, and we keep it there. We're not gonna go back from Hitler, Putin, Hitler number two, or now he's Bismarck number two, which kind of surprises me, but maybe I don't know, because Bismarck wanted to and he succeeded in creating the modern German unified state, and Putin tries to recreate Soviet Union. I think this is the connection they try to make, and nevertheless, they can't use it. For instance, I don't know, the American Revolution, or they can't use, for instance, the expansion of U.S. into the in West. Expanding, and getting the more territories and people in their country. They're not going to use that to compare it with, let's say, what Putin wants to build the Soviet Union again, or anyway, increase the land, uh, the land of his country and the people and so on. Who the hell? I mean, these guys are just. And this is what I want to also point out is that if you're able to figure out and to mm, say, okay, this is what I think these guys are. So if you're able to predict what a person or an organization or more organizations, a current, will do in a certain instance. If you're able to do that consistently, that tells me that that person knows or what's going on and what are the how is the current. So anyway, I was off 4 days, but nevertheless, um, Putin is Hitler number two or Bismarck number two. Thank you very much for being with me today again. See you later. Be strong, be smart, look for the truth, and be just. Ciao.